Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, where we dive into the most mind-blowing mysteries of science and life. Today we're tackling a topic that's fascinated humanity for centuries. The idea that our existence might continue beyond the physical. We're talking about scientists whose discoveries suggest we could be eternal, not just in body but in consciousness, energy, or essence. Let's embark on this journey through science, philosophy, and the cosmos. Imagine your consciousness isn't just sparks in your brain, but something vast, capable of existing beyond the body, time, or space. What if life is just one chapter in an infinite story? Scientists, philosophers, and visionaries have been chasing this idea for centuries, and their breakthroughs are reshaping how we see our place in the universe. Our journey begins with the pioneers who laid the groundwork for understanding eternity. In the 19th century, Russian thinker Nikolai Fyodorov, the founder of cosmism, proposed a bold idea. Science could not only extend life, but bring back those who've left the physical world. In his work Philosophy of the Common Task, published posthumously in 1906, he argued that biology, physics, and astronomy could restore past generations. His ideas inspired Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, the father of rocketry, who saw space exploration as a path to endless evolution. Fyodorov didn't run experiments, but his philosophy sparked modern concepts like cryonics and digital consciousness preservation. He was the first to say, our existence is a project we can develop forever. Fast forward to the 20th century, where physics opened new doors. Quantum mechanics, pioneered by Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg, showed reality isn't as simple as it seems. In the 1930s, the double-slit experiment revealed that particles like electrons behave differently when observed. This laid the foundation for the idea that consciousness shapes matter. American physicist John Wheeler took it further in the 1970s with his participatory universe concept. Reality exists because we observe it. If consciousness creates the world, could it exist independently of the body? Wheeler didn't give direct answers, but his ideas inspired researchers exploring consciousness as an eternal entity. In the 1980s, neuroscience took a leap with Roger Penrose, a British mathematician and physicist, and Stuart Hameroff, an anesthesiologist from the University of Arizona. Their OR, Orchestrated Objective Reduction theory, proposed in 1994, suggests consciousness isn't just brain electricity, but the result of quantum processes in microtubules within neurons. These tiny structures, they hypothesize, interact with a universal quantum field. In 2017, Hameroff reported that anesthesia experiments confirm consciousness can retain information even when the brain is off. This hints that if consciousness is quantum, it might persist beyond its physical host, transitioning to another state of being. Another key figure is Robert Lanza, an American biologist and creator of biocentrism. In his 2009 book, Biocentrism, How Life and Consciousness Are the Keys to Understanding the Universe, he argues that the universe exists because of consciousness. Drawing on quantum physics, Lanza says time and space are tools of our perception, not fixed boundaries. His work with stem cells in 2001, he cloned a human embryo for therapy, shows life can create new forms. But his bigger claim is that consciousness isn't bound by the body. In 2020, the grand biocentric design deepened this idea. We continue in parallel realities, like actors in an infinite multiversal play. Lanza isn't just a scientist, he's a philosopher redefining our cosmic role. These pioneers from Fyodorov to Lanza show that life can be eternal if we rethink its nature. Consciousness, energy, information, these don't vanish but transform. Let's pause here and move to part 2, where modern scientists and tech bring us closer to unlocking eternal existence. We're back, diving deeper into the quest for eternity. Now, 21st century scientists and technologies are turning the dream of endless existence into reality. If part 1 showed consciousness as the key to infinity, part 2 reveals how science and innovation are opening doors to new realms of being. Let's start with Ray Kurzweil, a futurist and former Google engineer whose predictions sound like sci-fi. In his 2005 book, The Singularity is Near, he introduced the idea of technological singularity. a point where artificial intelligence and biotech merge with human consciousness. Kurzweil predicts that by the 2030s, we'll upload consciousness into digital realms, creating virtual versions of ourselves. His forecasts rely on the exponential growth of computing power. In 2025, supercomputers already process data at the level of the human brain. Kurzweil, a co-founder of Singularity University, drives work on neural interfaces. By 2025, projects like Neuralink test thought-to-cloud transfers, a first step toward digital eternity where consciousness lives in code. Next up is Hans Moravec, a robotics pioneer. In his 1988 book, Mind Children, he proposed transferring consciousness to artificial systems by scanning neurons. In 2025, his ideas fuel projects like the Human Connectomy Project, mapping the brain down to every synapse. Moravec argued that digitizing each neuron preserves personality. His vision inspires startups building digital avatars, consciousness copies that can interact, learn, and exist forever. In 2023, Japanese company Nectome reported early success in preserving neural connections, though the tech is still experimental. Quantum physics adds depth. Nobel laureate Roger Penrose, alongside Hameroff, continues refining ORC-OR. In 2025, their research suggests microtubules in neurons store quantum information that doesn't vanish, but shifts to a universal field. Quantum computer experiments, where qubits mimic neural processes, support this. Hameroff says, consciousness is a bridge between the physical and quantum. If true, our self could exist as energy flowing between forms. Elon Musk's Neuralink joins the fray, testing brain-machine implants in 2025. These aren't just for healing, they're steps toward merging with AI, where consciousness lives in hybrid forms. Inspired by Kurzweil, Musk envisions a future where we're part of a digital network, unbound by physical limits. In 2024, Neuralink patients sent signals directly to the cloud, a prototype for eternal consciousness. Philosopher David Chalmers adds perspective. In 1995, he posed the hard problem of consciousness. How does subjective experience arise from matter? In 2025, his ideas drive AI consciousness modeling. If consciousness is information, it can be stored and recreated. Chalmers doesn't prove it, but inspires. We could be eternal in an information field. These minds, from Kurzweil to Chalmers, show life continues not in flesh, but in consciousness, energy, and code. Quantum physics, neurotech, and philosophy converge to unlock infinity. This isn't the end, it's the start. Are you ready to step into eternity? Share your thoughts below. Thank you all for joining me. See you next time. Live boldly and dream of the infinite.